What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be taking you on a stroll through Verdansk to your first victory, and the strategy we're going to play is doing the recons. So first thing you're going to want to do is get out of the helicopter and land ASAP. Grab a weapon and get yourself your first recon contract. I like to play a little aggressive, so I'll push things that I wouldn't normally recommend if you're just trying to get your win. But you definitely want to get the first recon contract out of the way. So here I noticed that there's somebody shooting in this bunker, so of course I had to go investigate. And I get eyes on him. Normally you don't have to do this, but you know, if there's somebody there, you can just address it and try to take him out, so then that's one less person that you have to worry about in the lobby. Don't mind me here, you know, I shoot at a dead body, then I down the guy and miss with my knife. But I do kill him. It all works out in the end. So once I took care of him, I'm gonna head on over to my recon and start securing it. The whole point of the recon is to give you the circle peaks, and the more of them you do, the better intel you get on the circles. And the more of them you do, then you'll know where the final circle is gonna be, and it basically takes the luck out of everything actually. So you don't have to hope that the circle pulls to you. You know exactly where it's gonna be, and you can position yourself where you need to be. So after I got the first one completed, you want to get your loadout. If you can, get Ghost. But if you need your combo class, get your combo. And when the free loadout drops, make sure you grab Ghost. You're going to want to hunker down in a building and just play it slow. I was running the LC10 and the AMAX for this one. This was prior to the AMAX nerf. Although I haven't ran the AMAX, I don't know if it is actually nerfed this time around, but I used the AMAX LC10 for this, and it definitely served its purpose. I would recommend a mid to close range, or a mid to long range and a close range, because you're going to be in and out of buildings for sure. You don't want to be stuck with a sniper trying to push a building. So once that's done, find your next contract and head on over, grab it. So the first zone is closing, so everybody's moving away. It actually makes it a little bit easier to secure them. But always be on the lookout. When you do secure the recons, it shoots up the flare. I'm sure all of you guys have seen the yellow flare go up in the air. And some people may not agree with this strategy, but there's other players like OP Marked. They do the train method where they just sit on the train and get all the recons and figure out where the circles are going to be and then position themselves. If you're not a competitive player and you just want to push through to get your win, this is what I recommend you do. You know, and then you could practice and get better, and then you can start playing a little more aggressive. But just to get the first win off your shoulders, this is the route I would go. You can see here I got my Ghost, and I already secured 2 recons, and I'm headed to a 3rd. If you can, try to stay out of the vehicles as much as possible. Being inside the vehicles definitely puts you at risk to getting sniped or just shot out. It's easy now to shoot somebody out of a vehicle. I was using it just to get to the positions quicker. If you can, use a Bertha. It'll actually protect you way better. So now I'm headed to the next recon point. This is going to be, I believe, the 3rd secured recon, so we'll have 3 circle peaks. And once you feel like you've had enough, you don't necessarily have to do them all, but once you feel like you have enough, you can just position yourself into the circle. Make sure you have a gas mask and play it nice and slow, and just listen for people coming in and out of your buildings. So here I am securing the 3rd recon. Only 1 kill in. I do like to play more aggressive, like I said, but for this video's sake, I tried to focus on the recons more. Collect all your goodies and continue on. At this point, I have a general idea from just playing so often where the circles are going to be, so I feel like I've gotten enough. You can definitely keep doing them, but I didn't want to risk myself by going and looking for them. So what I'm going to do is find a nice house in the center like I just marked there, and I'm going to go there and just wait it out now. Play the circle, let people come to me, listen for footsteps, and try to guard the stairs as best as possible. You really want to play patient when you're doing this method. You don't want to get too overexcited or push something if you're just trying to get the win. I felt like this house had enough for me to position myself in there. It has windows to see on all directions. I was driving around checking third person to make sure nobody tries taking shots at me to see if there's anybody in there. And now I'm gonna get positioned and just wait. We're barely in the second zone. There's only 40 people left, so it's kind of going pretty quickly. I'm just gonna lay down right here, go prone, and wait for people to start pushing in. If you can use a darker skin, of course it is harder to see. I am using the rose skin right here. Most people don't like it, but it really works when you're trying to play strategy. Also, try not to make unnecessary peeks if you don't have to. And when you're looking through a window, you can just get sniped out. Oh, see, I just picked up somebody on my heartbeat sensor, so I'm gonna wait. There he is.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Easily dealt with. He had no idea I was there. Time to go loot him. He has a gas mask for me, and now we wait. I think I heard somebody else coming. I heard footsteps downstairs. Now we wait. We don't want to give him a chance to get position on us or start shooting. Down him. That's it for him. So now what I'm going to do is, since I got a bouncing Betty, I'm going to position it at the bottom. So if it goes off, I know somebody's there, even if they have ghost.
Enemy UAV overhead.
You just really want to be really careful with how you play these. Every now and again, I'll peek through a window just to see if I see cars or see people, but like I said, you can get sniped real quickly, so make them brief. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just get into a position and lay down or just stay in the corners.
Gas is closing in.
This is actually my first time doing it this method, but I wanted to do it for anybody who wants to get that first win and has been struggling. I know for me, when I first started playing, I struggled to get the first win. I'm currently sitting at 48 wins, and I've been playing for just over a year, but I've been playing more seriously for maybe 6 months now since I started streaming. So I wanted to make this video to try to give people a chance to get their first win and get that monkey off their back. So there's no need to rush. There's still 19 people left, including yourself. So just hang out. Try not to get too antsy. The people are going to be coming for sure, so don't worry about that. This guy has a red idea. He has a birthday, and he's probably going to try to stay in it as long as possible. It is smoking though, but you don't want to give away your position if you don't have to. There ain't no point in taking unnecessary shots. You're not gonna down and do the Bertha. It's extremely hard. So just be disciplined when it comes to taking your shots. So let him do what he's gonna do. He's gonna stay in it. So you guys will meet later on, I'm sure. There's now 17 people left, including yourself. The third zone's about to finish closing. Everything's gonna start closing in tighter. So just keep playing your position. Don't take unnecessary shots and just wait. But also don't get too comfortable. Be ready to fight with somebody when they come up the stairs, because they come up running. So now we know that we're onto the circle that we knew was going to be. So now we have a decision to make. Do we wait or do we keep moving? Me, I decided just to wait here since we're still basically in the center of the zone and let it show me where the next one's gonna be. As the zones close, everything goes faster, so the fourth zone is about to start closing right now, so you don't have to worry about waiting too long.
Got gas moving in.
So now fourth zone is closing. We got a minute, about a minute 40 to we find out where it's gonna be. So I would still just hang out here, keep listening, keep waiting for somebody to possibly run through your building because it is cover and it is in the center. So it is going to be highly sought after. And again, don't take unnecessary shots if you don't have to. If you can take a player out with the clear shot, I recommend doing it. If not, just hold off and wait. Now mind you, you could definitely do more recons to get better circle peaks, but I decided I had enough intel
Enemy UAV
and
overhead.
proceeded to get into position.
Enemy UAV overhead.
In about 15 seconds, we're gonna know where we're gonna have to move, even if we have to at all. So again, just be patient. If you want that win, you gotta be patient.
Gulag locked out. Area's
So
clear.
now we know we're just outside of it, but the center is at the top of the hill, so that's where you want to be. When you're on the edges, you run the risk of being stuck in the gas, and if you don't have a gas mask, that's going to be really problematic. So if you can,
By an enemy team. Stay sharp.
run, get to the center, find some cover, and get ready for a battle. I just decided to pick up the bouncing Betty and throw it for good measure. What I'm going to do now is hop out the window, go back to my vehicle, and move on to the top of the hill. At the top of the hill, you're going to have a better view as well. You're going to see people pushing in. Always be cautious though. You never know who's going to be camping in buildings or around corners. So I like to drive around, look third person, see if there's any stragglers coming in or just waiting. There's only 11 people left, 12 including yourself, so there is still a lot of people. So I decided I've seen enough, and then look at, of course, somebody there camping a building. They were probably doing the same thing. It looks like they had just came back from Gulag though. They had ground loot weapons. So luckily you have a nice strong SMG to push buildings to help you win that battle. So now that leaves 7 other players and a small zone. So again, you got your positioning, you took out somebody else, so just play patient. I'm driving around right here just to get a peek and look around. The third person point of view is definitely clutch when it comes to these type of situations. You're either going to see somebody or you're going to see the black lines of somebody aiming at you or getting ready to shoot at you. So now we're in zone 6 and there's 30 seconds until it starts closing. We know we have good positioning. Didn't see anybody. Saw a red dot on map, so we know there's one person down there. Just keep looking. You don't have to do this. You can also just stay in the building that I was in previously. But I felt like I wanted a better vantage point.
Gas is inbound.
Looks like somebody else was camping here and got killed. Decided to take his gas mask because he had a newer one. Having a gas mask is definitely a good idea if you're going to play this method too. It allows you to play a little slower. You can actually use the gas to your advantage. Now that we're moving, I see somebody, thanks to the third person view, behind the rock. You could stay in the vehicle, but again, you're a little bit more vulnerable. Now he's in the gas, so you throw a nade. Got him with a nade. Now just let the gas kill him, because now the gas is closing and he won't be able to survive it.
Marking new safe
There's no need to wait or even look or even try to push it. See? He is done. That now leaves 4 other people. You're at the top of the hill, so you still have one of the better views. So you want to play slow here. Especially here, since you're going to have to move down.
Gas is moving.
If you had your daddy like I do, I mean, you can hold on to it or you can pop at any point. I find somebody on heartbeat. I'm just letting the gas move in. I could hear him coughing. See, he takes first shots. He gives away his position. Now you wait for him. This is why you gotta be disciplined when it comes to taking your shots. If it's not clear, it's gonna give you away. So now there's only 2 other people left, 3 including yourself, and you just sit back and play, continue to play it slow. That's all you need to do. You have the high ground. You're in great positioning.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone
Luckily,
located.
I had zone. It pulled towards me so I can go wait in zone. I'm gonna hear people whether they're coming up or not, or if they're stuck in the gas because they're below me. Paying attention. It's now 1v1. Looks like somebody died to the other. So now we just wait. You can hear the coughing. You know he's gonna be coming up somewhere. But playing the high ground gave us the advantage here.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Gas is moving.
You just keep playing it slow. Allow the gas to help you. The gas is your friend in this situation.
Solid work. That's how you get it done.
And the gas did its work. The gas killed him, and that leaves you for victory.